Orleans Saints. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he will make it back to the 15, and that... Coverage there by the kick team.
Here we go.
They start the drive with Cook. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
So this game here in London, the first of 5 games in the NFL International Series for 2022. We'll see the Giants and Packers here next week. Broncos and Jags at Wembley at the end of the month. The Seahawks and the Bucs, that'll be in November. Germany, first time a game's been held there. And then we wrap up down in Mexico City, November 21st, Cardinals and Niners from Estadio Azteca.
Okay,
the first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
The Lance going to throw.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
And Lance now to throw.
And that will be incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Landry now on the return. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
Here's the rookie fourth-round pick, Pierre Strong.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Play action. Willis. Finding Taysom Hill complete. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Saints at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were.
Looking for Strong, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
And just like he did, almost winning the Heisman in Michigan, rookie Aiden Hutchinson blows up the play.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
No stopping Peyton Turner on that sack. He would not be denied. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, a run with Strong. And this will wind up as Saints first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Will Lutz on for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Saints, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense? on the spot on almost every snap. If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Here we go.
Shotgun now for Lance. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Very nice catch there by Justin Jefferson, one of the best receivers in the game after just 2 seasons in the league. As a rookie, second-team All-Pro, and then in his second year, was second in the league in yardage. This guy continues to...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And they take the lead here at 7-6.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Willis.
They complete it to Hill. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd.
They'll run with Strong.
And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Trying for it on 4th down. Here's Willis.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Vikings' defense is going to get the football back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. He sat there waiting for him and made the play.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
On 3rd and long, it's Lance.
Buying time to his left.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake, here's Willis. This one swung outside to Strong. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. A 3rd and 2, here's Willis.
He is going to find Hill here.
And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. On 1st and 10, it's Strong.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the 41,
Willis finding Strong underneath. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Willis will look to throw on first down.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Saints.
Chigakonkwo,
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
and the Saints have retaken the lead.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
From the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Working from the gun, Lance.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Play action, now it's Lance.
That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Lance looks to throw again.
That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On first down, Lance. Right back to Cook for another completion. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Working with a 2nd and 3. Give to Cook out of the gun. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. To throw, it's Lance. Flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. Second down and goal. Lance. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Offensively, just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and
there he goes, right side. Touchdown! One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something.
Come on. Hey. Check pass. Check.
They'll start on the ground with Strong.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
67 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Check contact.
Strong again.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
They go play action with Willis. Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Check. 60 average.
From just shy of midfield,
Willis.
he's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Down the numbers. There he goes. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, it's Willis.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
On first down, Willis.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 33.
First and 10, Willis.
And he will find his man on the outside.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Willis to throw once more. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Wow, 185 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10.
On play action, Lance. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Now that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm. Sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So now third and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but two incompletions since.
Now Lance.
And that will be incomplete as well.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Throwing on second and 3.
Willis.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
A lone second remains now in this third quarter. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Throwing now is Lance.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Room here to run.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Again, it's Cook. And he'll take this one down near the 15. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On second and 9, Lance. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The Vikings on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be third and a mile. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete yet again to Thornton. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Here's Willis. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Straight ahead is Strong. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Willis on 1st and 10. Out left and complete to Thornton. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. To throw, here's Willis. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Through an opening, and there he goes. 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Willis, he's going to air one out. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tyquan Thornton, 58 yards. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
19 sight.
Willis will try and throw for this.
And he'll get in for the score, and that's going to cut the lead down to 13. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Now Willis.
And he will get into the end zone. So that shaves 2 more off the deficit as they now trail by 5. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.
second down. They go right back to Cook.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because a game...
Just like Shorty know a way around the storm, making hits with hit boy, all he gotta do is hit record.